Thank you for coming today. What is your name and where are you from?
My name is Kirsty Roefs, and I'm from Unadilla, New York.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business and how you first got into consignment?
Yeah, I love consignment. I've been consigning items since I was a teenager, and I went to Spain with the clothes on my back and found quickly prior to Google and the internet that those kids from Spain wanted my American clothes really bad, and they were willing to pay hundreds of dollars. So that kind of made me realize the importance of resale.
What makes the consignment world unique compared to other retail stores?
The consignment world is something totally unique because you never know what's coming in. And we've had some crazy things. So you can't even predict what kind of merchandising displays to create because every day your merchandise changes.
Yeah, and I would definitely imagine that you'd get plenty array of things come into this store. I'm sure you've seen some amazing and some horrifying things as well, and trust we will be getting to that later in the interview. So I want to know, what does an average day look like for you behind the scenes?
Usually I wake up thinking about the business and everything that needs to be done in the day. And as the owner / chaos manager, I struggle to make sure that the staff are all on task and know what they're doing so that we have the most productive day imaginable.
So I've also heard that you have recently released a book catered towards the horror stories and some of the things that you have had to deal with over the years of having a consignment store and dealing with people and dealing with people's stuff. So if you'd like to give a little plug of your book and show us the cover.
I'm really excited, resale horror stories, because sometimes I'm telling people about a bizarre thing that happened in the shop and I don't think they believe me because some of them are just wild tales. And so it kind of prompted me to put this book out. And it is definitely wild.
And we all know every industry has its wild moments, and I'm sure that reigns true here as well. Have you ever received an item that made you think, there is no way I can sell this?
A woman tried consigning a unicorn horn once.
Oh, real?
A unicorn horn is what the consignment world considers a personal feminine toy. She was very outraged that I was a prude and wouldn't resell her used item.
But if you have any other examples.
A little old woman came in with this beautiful inlaid wood box, and it was just stunning. She was cleaning out her house, and she laid this box, and it was beautiful. And I was so excited. I thought maybe it had one of those old-fashioned zithers. I opened it up, and there was a well-oiled dominatrix outfit, complete with the whip. And if you had seen this woman, she was so polished, and she looked like, just anybody's grandma. And I turned bright red. I said, okay, I know there's a market for this, but I can't put it out in my store. I'll try to sell it online. And she goes, oh, please do, because I've got some great memories with this.
I think that is a very good illustration of the wide range of things that you receive in your consignment store. Ever had a situation where a deal went completely sideways?
Ooh. Chapter 32. A woman came in and purchased an antique crock. And I offered to bubble wrap it and put it in a bag. She was very indignant that I asked if she could let me wrap it. She was just snotty, let's just say. She walked out onto the porch, and then I have cement steps that go down to the parking lot. And she proceeded to drop the crock, and it shattered. Picked up a piece of it, walked in, slammed it on the counter with her receipt and demanded a refund. I did not give her. She stomped back out there and picked up all the pieces, I'm assuming to super glue it back together. I'm not sure. And she left. But she was so righteous, and that was startling.
That return request definitely came with a side of entitlement, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What's a moment that made you question your sanity for being in this business? at least for a moment?
I'm struggling to pick just one. There was a day that I was beyond kind to this woman, and she just wouldn't let up. A problem from the moment she pulled into the parking lot. And I politely declined her archaic typewriter that plugged into the wall. Politely declined. She kept insisting. And then the last thing she said to me was, well, it's your problem now, and left it there. And she left with such a smug demeanor that I snapped, picked up the typewriter, and I chased her out into the parking lot, and I threw it at her, not to hit her, but I got my point across. I might have terrorized a new employee, but they stayed on, so.
Are there any other honorable mentions that you'd like to include?
For the frightening side, well, it wasn't in my shop, but another woman told me that a gentleman passed away, quite literally died on the floor of her store. And the ladies were so busy shopping that they refused to stop shopping, and they were walking around him. And I just feel like that could happen to me.
That's heavy.
Don't mess with thrifters.
No. A very serious crowd.
Yes.
Wow. So after hearing these couple stories, I can tell that this is taxing. You still have your business. You're still open.
23 years.
That's extremely impressive. What has kept you?
There's so many great moments as well. And the great moments far outweigh the wild, crazy horror times. I have generations of shoppers now, little kids that grew up in my store, and now they're shopping here with their children. And that is a great feeling. There's people I've helped when they were down and out on their luck. Real great meeting place.
And you also have a very large online presence where people out of state and out of country buy stuff too. So you provide for a lot of people, which I think is really...
And not just the sourcing, but also to sell those items that they might not, like the dominatrix outfit that sold for over $600 on eBay. And, you know.
If you could give one piece of advice to someone thinking of opening a consignment store, what would that be?
Remember why you started. There's ups and downs. You have to remember why. And my why was I wanted a business that would allow me to raise my kids, and they wouldn't have to go to after school daycare or anywhere else, that I would be here available to drop what I was doing to be there for them.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for doing all the great things that you do for your community and people outside of that community as well.
Thank you.